Sometimes the reality of living with mental illness is that it just sucks. There's no other way to put it. Sometimes, even though life might be going along well, things might be going well for you, you just wake up one day and everything's terrible. And you don't know why. And you kind of know how you can get yourself out of it, but it's not easy. And sometimes you feel like you've taken a huge backward step. I've experienced one of those moments quite a lot recently. Um, it's not that things have happened per se. I mean, some things have happened, some difficulties, but I just know that my mentals aren't terrific at the moment. So I wake up and I have to acknowledge that, hey, at the moment, things aren't great. They suck. What do you do in that circumstance? What am I doing? What do I expect from the people around me? What can the people around me do to help me when I'm feeling this way? When you're feeling this way, when you feel like you wake up one morning and just everything sucks. We're going to dive into that today. Like, share, and subscribe. This is going to be a good one for sufferers and carers alike. Let's dive in, see what happens. Welcome to Mark My Words. Mark My Words is the story of my journey from a place where I was shattered to where I could live again. In my mental health journey, I've tried to keep a positive mindset. I try and keep it not just for myself, but for my family and the people around me as well. If I'm trying very hard to stay positive, if I'm thinking about positive things, if I feel like I'm moving in a positive direction, good, bad, or otherwise, it doesn't matter. I know I'm heading in that direction. But sometimes you just wake up in the morning and everything sucks. You don't know why. You don't know what the reason is. You don't know how it's come about, but you do. You just wake up one morning and things suck. And I want to talk about that today because I'm going through that myself. Now, the thing about it is that when these things come upon you, and I do say come upon you because our minds are operating in a way that we can't really control, particularly with mental illness. When these things come upon you, it's very easy to feel like you've taken a backward step. It's very easy to feel like all the success that you've had so far has been for naught because, like you've run a race 2 steps forward, 6 steps back. You just feel like you're trying to push forward and you keep ending up going backwards. I've learned that there's one thing that I can do when I'm in this mindset, and it's something I've touched on before, but it's something that is very, very true. And it's been a bit of a game changer for me. It's about being patient. It's about not reacting to how everything feels in that moment. Because you wake up, even the things that normally are good for you. Like for me, one of the things that I do is I play video games. It's a very selfish thing. It locks me off from my family and everybody around me. But, I'm able to my mind's taken away. I'm able to not think about my problems for a little while and I'm able to just exist, to feel somewhat normal with my mind not attacking me all the time. But when things are bad, that mindfulness activity, and yours could be walking in the bush, could be watching telly, could be spending time with your kids. Sometimes when things are bad, those things don't work. And the thing is still there. This overwhelming thing that everything just sucks and everything's bad and nothing is working. And there's no way that you can move out of this. There's no way forward. I have to remind myself to just be patient because this too will pass. I've quoted 2 people here, a young girl called Millie, who was a volunteer educator at the organization that we go into schools and talk to them about mental illness. But also from Tom Hanks, he did a video where he says, "This too shall pass." Millie talked about being patient. That's the same thing. It's understanding that the worst of the worst of the worst will end eventually. Likewise, all the good stuff will pass. The adulation, people telling you you're doing a good job, feeling on top of the world, that will pass as well. But it's when you're in the depths of this depression and mental illness symptoms that you have to remember that this is not what your reality is now. I used to get really sick every couple of years. I'd just get really, 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 really sick. And when I was sick, I would be like, I can't remember a time that I was well. And this is my life now. And it was a really strange sensation because, in the moment, it felt 100% true. Now I was going to get over that illness, whatever it was. But when I was in the middle of it, I felt like this was my reality forever. And how can I go on like this? I just needed to stop. When you have a mental illness, when a person's living with a mental illness, their mind is constantly telling them lies, distortions. It's taking what is true and it's turning it upside down, saying it's not true. Your family loves you. No, they don't. They just tolerate me. I'm a good person. No, you're not. You're just good at hiding your flaws. Your mind will turn all those things over in your head and it will make you doubt yourself, make you doubt a positive future, a positive outlook. So, what do we do? What do you do? What do I have to do at the moment when I wake up in the morning and everything sucks? And wish I could find a more eloquent way to put it, but I can't. Because you do. You just wake up and everything is bad. You just everything that you're going to do that day is bad. Getting out of bed is bad. Having a shower is bad. You just don't want to do it. What's the solution? For me, it's that be patient. This will pass. The depths of the depths will pass. Now, I'm not talking about, hey, you're in the bottom of the Marianas Trench and, you might end up in the sky. It's like, hey, you might end up less deep in that horribleness, but it won't be as bad can be for all time. It's just a moment. Now, the problem comes when those moments happen again and again and again, and you wake up one day and everything sucks. You wake up the next day, everything's terrible. Wake up the next day, this is never going to get better. But it will. It will pass. And like I said, I'm not saying things are going to be great, but it will be less bad. And that's something to hang on to. I didn't think it was. I would have heard a message like this 5-6 years ago and gone, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's never going to go away. I'm always going to live with this thing. And yes, you are. But the highs, the lows, they're going to ebb and flow. Things are going to get even slightly easier to deal with. Now, I don't walk around doing that Instagram happy. Everybody's on Instagram. Everybody seems to be so excited about life. Life is great for them. My life's never going to be like that. I often color my life in shades of different kinds of bad. Real bad, bad, not so bad. Generally, that's the way I look at things. It sounds so depressing when you put it like that. But the thing of it is, when you understand that the less bad times are so much better than the worst times, that it becomes tolerable. It becomes something that you can cling on to and go, you know what? Tomorrow, hopefully, it's not going to feel as bad. It's not going to feel as rotten. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Like let's not forget that a ship that is anchored will never ever be able to change or move. A ship cannot move while its anchor is in place. It can shift and it can flow with the tides, but it's never going to go anywhere. You'll never make any progress, good or bad, if you stop. And that's where I talk about patience. It's that idea that when everything sucks, you don't stop. You keep moving. You decide in yourself that yes, things are bad, unequivocally, but it will be less bad tomorrow. And it sounds like, the worst prognosis for a happy life. But for me, it's turned into hope. It's turned into, I can look forward to a point, and it's not like I'm telling myself this. It's like in the back of my mind, it's like things will get better. Just be patient. Don't make decisions today that are going to have a catastrophic effect on your tomorrow because you're reacting while everything is negative. So, what do you do when you wake up and everything sucks? Just be patient. Don't do anything except what you need to do. Do the things that help you on the days where everything doesn't suck. Go for that walk, play with that pet, talk to that friend, play that video game, watch that TV show. Just don't stop. Don't make a decision that's catastrophic and is going to end any opportunity for you to move forward. And that can be as simple as you're doing a job that, you barely tolerate, but you desperately need the money. You don't want to go. You're feeling terrible. So you just throw the job away and then you destroy yourself financially. Many, many different ways to harm yourself. Many, many different ways for you to harm yourself when you're feeling like everything sucks. But my advice is just be patient. Now, for the people on the outside looking in, and I know because I'm one of them, I'm a carer as well. It is impossibly hard to watch somebody go through that while you have empathy for them because you just want to get down there and you want to help them. But sometimes that empathy will drag you down with it as well. There's a famous analogy, and it's the difference between sympathy and empathy. Somebody's down in the bottom of a hole. You can walk past and look at them in the hole and go, doesn't that suck that you're down in a hole? I feel really bad for you. That's sympathy. Empathy is you walk past somebody that's in a hole and you go, you know what? I know what it's like to be in a hole like that. What can I do to help? And then you climb down and you teach them how you climbed out of that hole. But there's certain times where being empathetic is perhaps even just climbing into that hole and just saying, man, this hole sucks. And I get that. And if I can do anything, let me know. It's not getting down in that hole and digging it deeper with the person, going with them through that, whatever it is, and wearing that on your soul. That kind of empathy is self-destructive. The correct kind of empathy is, sometimes it might be just sitting at the lip of the hole and staying with the person. I'm not going anywhere. I know that you're down in a hole. I will do anything to help you get out of that hole. Well, I'm still not getting into the hole with you, and I'm not helping to make things worse. Now, if you've been through it and you have the answer, then sure enough, go down the hole, help them climb out and stuff. What does this mean in real terms? Somebody comes to you and they say, everything sucks. I just can't do it anymore. And then you go, you know what? I've been there. I feel that with you. And then you go in and you take on that emotion and they're depressed, so you're depressed. And then your life view gets changed because of their life view. And and you're like, yeah, it does suck, and there is no hope. That's when empathy goes bad. Somebody comes to you and says, everything sucks. Put your arm around them. I love you, man, and I get it. I get it. What can I do? I can't do anything right now. No worries. I'll come back in 10, 15 minutes when I can help. It's an empathy that's based in self preservation. You don't want to climb down in that hole because as soon as you commiserate with them, you can make things even worse for them. If somebody that they love and trust is in the hole with them going, yeah, this really, really sucks. It's like, well, maybe this is not my mind lying to me. Maybe this is reality. But if you're on the outside, just be impatient as well. Can I do something for you? No, you can't do anything for me. All right, mate. I love you. I'll be back tomorrow. Will I see you tomorrow? Yes, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. The next day. Hey, mate, how you doing? Everything still sucks. Man, I feel for you. Can I do anything? No, you can't do anything. Okay, dude, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. What you're doing there is you are letting them know that you're there for them. You're letting them know that you're consistent. You're letting them know that you're not forgetting about them, but you're not wallowing in that self pity with them. You're not helping to exacerbate that sense of despair. And it takes courage to walk away sometimes. I would never walk away from somebody if they turned to me and said, I'm going to hurt myself now. I'm never going to leave them alone. That's just not going to happen. I've done it in my personal life. Got a phone call from somebody. They said, I'm just calling to say goodbye. I said, okay, is somebody there for you? No, I got nobody. What about this person? No, I can't get. What about this person? No, I can't get it. All right, I'm calling the cops. No, don't call the cops. No, I'm sorry. But after what you've just told me, I'm calling the cops. And the cops showed up and saved this person's life. So I'm not talking about somebody that's in danger. I'm talking about somebody that's struggling, that you know will be safe enough for you to come back the next day. Then what are you showing that person? You're showing that person that you will not be pushed away. You will be there for them. And that's a powerful thing. I was in front of a group of students trying to talk about this the other day, and I talked about how sometimes they show up at school and they're feeling bad. Something may have happened at home. They may have gotten into trouble. They may have gotten into an argument with a sibling. They walk through school and they're not seeing any faces that they know. So they go to a place that they know well. They know that their friends will be there. Their friends see them. Hey, how's it going, man? All of a sudden, their day turns around because they're with people that they're safe with. They're with people that are people that they're familiar with. They're with people that they can trust. And it alters their perspective. They might still be struggling, but they're with their mates. Their mates are like, oh, let's go play handball. Let's go play brandings. Talked about brandings in a school the other day. Remember when we were in school, when we were kids, and you'd run around with a tennis ball and you'd try and hit your mates with it as hard as you could. And whoever got hit with the ball was it. Um, and then we called it brandings because we tried to leave bruises on each other. Apparently, that's a game that they don't play anymore. But yeah. Yeah, I was talking about that in the school the other day. My point was, though, your friends, the people around you, can be a lifeline. They can help you transpose, no, rise above whatever you're feeling. You can, you know, the thing is still going to be there when you get home. But for now, I'm with people that I'm safe with. I'm with people that love me, that care for me, that will be there for me if I need them. That's how you go about supporting somebody that where everything sucks. Don't get down there with them. Don't get down there in the mud and the crap and take it on yourself. Be there, love them, support them, care for them. But do it in a way where you're staying safe. The other analogy is you don't try and save a drowning person if you can't swim, because you're both going to die. You know? So what do? You call somebody else. You throw out a lifeline. See what I did there? 13, 11, 14. Throw out a lifeline. A lifeline is no good if it's not tied to something. So throw out a life preserver with a bit of rope attached to it. It's the same thing when you're dealing with mental illness. You can't fix it. Generally, you can't. So you need to call somebody that can. And you do the things that you need to do to keep them afloat. And if they're not in danger, that's great. If they don't want your help at the moment, that's fine too. But as long as they know that you love them and that you're going to be back for them next time, I think that's the best that you can do. This one went a lot longer than I meant it to. Have a great week. I'll speak to you again soon. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that sort of good gear. Appreciate you. Have a good week. Bye for now. Yeah, I'll catch you next week. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to Mark My Words. I'd like to thank my producer, Meredith Brosnan, and also Torian, Kevin, and Lorraine. And I can't forget the band Adelaide, who allows us to use their song as our theme.